Blue waters, places to discover, and islands to relax on are just a few of the main perks of the lovely province of Krabi in the south of Thailand. It has still managed to retain its local feel and has a river running through the town with fishing boats that are full of fresh fish ready on the restaurant tables for you. Would Krabi be your retirement destination? As of now, we're both planning and excited to move to Thailand to check it out very soon as a potential retirement destination among many other countries, and we thought before leaving we create a Thailand series of some of the cities we're potentially thinking of going to. Many breeze right through Krabi town without a second glance, finding their way to the beaches and islands, which is totally understandable for those beach lovers. But Krabi, Thailand is a wonderful place to live and play. But let's talk about more points for Krabi town coming now. Number 1. Facts about Krabi town. Krabi is a small town on the west coast of southern Thailand, situated along the banks of the Krabi River. The town has 50,000 inhabitants, and you'll see many tourists that pass through on their way to the beaches. But those who do stop by Krabi would end up experiencing real Thailand more so than beach resorts. Not only is there the affordable cost of living, but it also has a low crime rate as well. There's also the international community as well, 3,000 Westerners and residents during the high season between November to April. It's small enough where everyone starts to know each other well by sight, with some favorite local gathering spots. Communities tend to form by nationality, but also by occupation, diving, hotel owners, retirees. It's quite easy to meet people, especially in the bars and restaurants favored by the locals. It is, however, known for the permanent expat community in Krabi as being small and tends to be fairly guarded towards newcomers. Although it's not hard to meet friendly people, it will take a while before you are really accepted. It also has its natural beauty with the hot springs, sea caves, coral reefs, exotic marine life, and limestone cliffs that draw rock climbing enthusiasts from all around the world. It has thick forests, imposing mountains, and gorgeous beaches. It's close to national parks as well that include the island paradise of Koh Phi Phi and Koh Lanta. There's beach life everywhere. Ao Nang has a seaside strip of guest houses, hotels, bars, and restaurants. The beautiful white beaches stretch on for miles, a jungle, and over 200 islands just off the coast. You could rent a boat from Krabi town or Ao Nang and explore the islands on your own if you could sail. You can also rent a boat that comes with a guide so that you can relax while everything is taken care of. Krabi covers quite a large area, so a lot of attractions require a fair bit of traveling, but when everywhere you look is beautiful, it's no hardship at all. Krabi society is interesting as well, with a melting pot of Buddhists, Thai Chinese, Moken or Sea Gypsies, Muslims, and a colorful band of expats representing almost every corner of the globe. They're here to enjoy the low cost of living, the laid-back outdoor lifestyle, the beautiful surroundings, the gorgeous tropical climate, and of course the excellent facilities it offers. Krabi town is actually about 30 to 40 minutes away from the beach, but it's close to the airport. It's actually cheaper than most places in Thailand, and there aren't as many tourists around. Wi-Fi here is generally everywhere. Most apartments and homes have it, and if your internet is not fast enough, you can always have it installed for faster speeds. People are generally really friendly as well, as long as you return the same. It's definitely a highlight of living in Thailand. The public healthcare here is relatively efficient, good care, but one has to be willing to wait in several lines for several hours to see a doctor. But the general hospital is of a good standard and perfectly adequate for most minor treatments, and local pharmacies are well stocked with most common prescription medicines. The private hospital has an excellent reputation in Krabi, and there is an international hospital nearby in Phuket, but both are suitable for more extensive treatment. Dental treatment could also be arranged at one of the more reputable dental practices in Krabi, Phuket, or Bangkok. Now, Krabi isn't Bangkok, so you can expect a much more authentic experience here than in the country's capital. People do Tai Chi by the river in Krabi town. You'll find them practicing as the sun rises over the horizon. It's known to be a great way to start your morning to recover from the night before. There aren't a lot of employment opportunities, but there are a few you can get from international firms or big hotels. Teaching as an example, as well as instructing diving. You can also set up your own business, but this is at times very difficult to do. But to teach English to adults, you would need a TOEFL as a minimal. Diving is a popular option, and there are plenty of dive centers around offering work in the high season. both on the mainland and on the islands. But keep note that working without a permit is not recommended. You can be deported and banned from re-entering the kingdom. Number 2. Where to live in Krabi Town. There's a wide variety of housing options available, like modern apartment buildings, modern housing complexes, and old school Thai style houses. The old school is much cheaper but not always equipped with air conditioning units or other more modern amenities. It really depends on what you're looking for. To find a house or an apartment to rent in Krabi is the first priority to move or to pay a long-term visit. There's a lot of online resources to refer to, and it's very easy to find apartments, bungalows, and small houses to rent once in Krabi. A lot of people want to rent a house near the beach, but find out once they arrive that it's better to be farther away to avoid the crowds and tourists and the prices as they meet the seafront. So it takes a few days to a week for you to find a good place while you stay at an Airbnb or hotel while searching. But there is a wide selection of rents for short and long lasting available in Krabi, from 3,000 baht $97 USD to 30,000 baht $976 USD per month or more. You can get cheaper unfurnished housing usually occupied by workers of hotel businesses and the expats with few resources. You can also get a small bungalow, 1 to 2 rooms, 2 to 3 kilometers from the beach for the price of about 7 to 10,000 bahts a month, $227 to $325 USD per month, but are only available with a minimal duration of 6 months. It's furnished to a bare minimum, however. You should also be concerned about properties that don't have electricity or water, or where the expenses of services are directly paid to the owner. You may be overcharged by the owner. Houses and high-end apartments with separate rooms, fully equipped kitchens, and living spaces will be generally in the 25,000 baht $813 USD region a month. Usually in private domains, they are completely furnished, including the air conditioning, and you can also have access to a common swimming pool. Number 3. Food in Krabi Town. Walking Street Night Market would be a popular place to eat in. The food here is a typical Thai you probably know, such as Pad Thai, but there are several other delicious dishes you should try. Basil chicken, papaya salad, and all manners of spicy curries. Food here is very cheap, and you can afford to be adventurous and sample several spicy dishes freshly cooked in front of you and to your liking. And if you start missing the food from home, there are also a reasonably good choice of Western restaurants in and around Krabi Town. They are run by expats themselves and offer fairly authentic food. There are several fast food chains here as well, including McDonald's, KFC, and more. You can also cook from home here, but choices are more limited, and surrounding restaurants get their supplies from Phuket. There are supermarkets in Krabi like the Big C, Tesco Lotus, and they don't provide a decent choice of Western goods. And still nothing compared to the same stores in Phuket. But you can still find pasta, potatoes, cereal, imported meat, and a limited selection of bread and cheese. Fresh ingredients such as fruit, apples, and vegetables, bell peppers can be found in the morning market in Krabi Town. Macro Wholesaler heading north to Phuket is also best for new Western fruit, vegetables, and herbs, as well as frozen meat and fish. There's also a good range of foreign sauces, including those for Indian food. Number 4. Entertainment in Krabi Town. Tourism is somewhat increasing in Krabi Town with a growing expat community. There's a range of Western-style bars, restaurants, and shops, and many of the international bars and restaurants in Krabi are actually run by expats themselves. There's also shopping that could be done in outlet malls, or you can watch the latest movies from Hollywood at a multiplex cinema. There's also a place called Tonsai that seems to be popular as well. It has a hippie community and tons of rock climbers who are rewarded with the spectacular views from the top. Various schools actually cater to beginner climbers here, where sport climbing is practiced. The beaches at both are incredible as well. A lot of establishments in this area are run on generators, however. You can also rent a vehicle or scooter to check out some of the offbeat beaches or even the ones that are crowded, but there is no shortage of beaches here. There are plenty of places to go for a hike as well, some popular, some not. Some you'll find yourself by yourself, but with summits that reveal a spectacular view of Krabi, the beaches, islands, and beyond. Tiger Cave Temple has over 1,000 steps to the top of the mountain to see as far over Krabi as you can. There are affordable island tours for a great day of activity as well. You can book a tour or get a group together and hire a boatman to take you around on a private tour. You can avoid the crowds, and there's an endless list of islands to visit, and there's snorkeling as well. Keep in mind as well that more often than not, the rain happens for a small period of time and you get the sun the rest of the day, which isn't a bad deal. They're called shoulder season months, and they are also unpredictable, and you can have an entire week of sunshine. But on the other hand, if you get unlucky, it could be a week with mostly overcast and raining weather. Nightlife in Krabi Town is pretty tame, given that the population is small, with a few bars. If you're into the nightlife, you can go to Ao Nang nearby or go to Koh Phi Phi for the weekend. But if you're not into the party scene, there's a lot more to do in the area. There are plenty of waterfalls, national parks, hot springs, temples, and more that will keep you busy. You won't have to worry about getting out of town either. Krabi Airport isn't far and goes pretty much anywhere in Southeast Asia and even Europe. There's kayaking as well for those beach bums. You can start from the end of Ao Nang Beach and go as far as you want. You can also get a massage, there's one at every corner, and try some street food or one of the many restaurants. Thailand also comes alive in any town you visit. Krabi Town has some really good night markets, but as mentioned earlier, for the nightlife bar experience, you'll need to go to Ao Nang for that. If you like the quieter side of life, there are plenty of places for this as well, but you can always have both of this life as well. Another fun thing you can do is to go island hopping. It may be the first time activity for a lot of people, but it's a great experience that sometimes takes up the entire day. There are plenty of islands to go hopping on, and there are tours as well. They're actually as low as $15 USD to visit several islands in a day. They compete with one another, so the prices are low and negotiable. There are also Thai cookery schools as well. You'll be learning how to do so from the locals themselves. They'll be able to teach you the correct ingredients and techniques to cook the dishes. There's even whitewater rafting that stretches for 7 kilometers and is fairly low difficulty as well. There's beaches that are also perfect for relaxing and reading a book all day with the comforting sounds of the sea in the background and waves at your feet. Number 5. Cost of living in Krabi Town. The cost of living is definitely lower here, especially when it comes to renting accommodations. You can save more if you eat local foods than Western foods. Alcohol, especially wine, is expensive compared to Cape Town. Even the soft drinks at restaurants are expensive. It's normal to spend double, even triple on drinks than you spend on food, but it's variable. Krabi Town, like so many other towns in Thailand, have night markets, and it's open every Friday and Sunday in the evening, a great way to save on cost of living because the food here is generally very affordable. There are over 70 food stalls here with lots of local sellers selling souvenirs. A meal at an inexpensive restaurant would be $3.26 between $2.80 and $3.91 USD. A meal for 2 people at a mid-range restaurant for a 3-course meal would be $15 between $12 and $19 USD. Basic utilities per month would be $45 between $32 and $58 USD. Internet would be $22 between $19 and $26 USD per month. A fitness club would be $42 between $26 and $48 USD per month. Cinema for an international release would be $6.52 between $4.89 and $6.52. An apartment 1-bedroom in city center would be $390 between $162 and $521 USD per month. An apartment 1-bedroom outside the city center would be $250 between $97 and $325 USD per month. An apartment 3 bedrooms in city center would be $814 between $678 and $988 USD per month. An apartment 3 bedrooms outside the city center would be $537 between $488 and $586 USD per month. Number 6. Pros and cons of Krabi Town. So after going through all of these points so far, let's look at the overall good and bad things about this town, starting with the good. The first one would be the cost of living that is much lower than in Western cultures in most parts of Thailand, and as a result, you can live fairly well. Thais are also known to be some of the friendliest people on earth, and you'll be able to make friends with some who speak English. Or perhaps you can learn to speak Thai. Thai also has first-rate medical care. There's actually a brand new hospital in Krabi that is equipped to handle just about any illness or emergency. As we all know, crime exists everywhere, but Krabi neighborhoods are considered very safe and there is very little violent crime. You can also purchase almost everything you need in Krabi. Most medicine, clothing, furniture and appliances. There are shops and markets and modern shopping malls as well. There will also always be a beach around as well. Internet and phone connections in Krabi Town and Ao Nang have ADSL broadband access, which is quite reliable. Tourist areas often have a satellite connection and internet cafes. There are also two English language national dailies in Thailand, the National and the Bangkok Post, both of which carry Thai and international news, sports and features. The locals are also very tolerant of foreigners and there is no obvious discrimination, although women are expected to cover shoulders and feet when visiting government buildings. The dominant religions are Buddhism and Islam. If you visit temples or mosques, you naturally need to follow the dress code for those places. But overall, people are not put under any pressure religiously. But let's look at some of the bad points of Krabi Town. Some of these points may apply to any country, like not driving anywhere after dark that you don't know so well. Or don't openly flaunt wallets full of cash, because like any other country, there will always be criminals looking over your shoulder. One of the greatest barriers to finding employment and integrating successfully in a community is language. This is why you'll see many expats who gather together in their communities where English is more widely spoken and understood. You'll find that learning at least some of the complex Thai language will be beneficial if it will enable you to make friends with those outside of the close-knit expat community. It will also help you do business and increase your chances of employment. The Visas and Immigration Office. Anyone who stays in Thailand for longer than 30 days requires a visa issued by the Royal Thai Consulate or Embassy before arrival in the kingdom. The standard tourist visa is a single entry 2 months, extendable by a further month upon payment of the appropriate fees at Krabi Immigration Office. All visa extensions must be applied for in person at this office. You can also extend the 2 months permission of stay on your tourist visa by a further month by going to the border of Krabi, which is Malaysia, some 4 to 5 hours drive away. There are several other visas as well, and I cover all of these in a separate vlog, 8 best reasons to retire in Thailand, so check it out if you're interested. But to mention that overstaying your visa is considered a serious offense in Thailand, punishable with a daily fine of 500 baht or imprisonment. Your right to re-enter the kingdom in the future may also be affected. Driving and owning a vehicle may be essential to own your own vehicle if you plan on staying here long-term in Krabi. Public transport is limited here, and taxis, if they are available in the first place, could be costly and unwilling to travel short distances under 15 kilometers. But keep in mind that only foreigners with year-long non-immigrant visas could own a vehicle in Thailand, and that too only after considerable paperwork. But if you don't have this visa, you can buy it under someone else, but they should be, of course, trustworthy. It's possible to drive with an international license, but you are also able to obtain a Thai license if you have a non-immigrant visa. Only foreigners with a non-immigrant year-long visa can open up a bank account. To receive money in Thailand without a bank account, you can use a service like Western Union or use your ATM card to withdraw cash from your account in your home country. Machines are widespread. Another bad point for some would be the climate. It's extremely hot and humid in Krabi, and many places don't have air conditioning. It's of course possible for your body to get used to the heat, but it will take a bit of time. Also, leaving behind your family and friends may be a hardship on you and everyone. It's for some a 30 to 35 hour flight home, but you can use online messenger apps like WhatsApp, Line, Skype to keep in touch. You can even invite them to Thailand as well. Asian culture is also considerably different from Western culture when experiencing it as a resident as opposed to a tourist. The best attitude is one of being open to learning about different lifestyles, religions, customs, and language. Krabi province is well known for its limestone cliffs, turquoise waters, and powdery white sand beaches. But it's not only just about swimming and snorkeling. It still offers a charming, untouched part of Thailand that has a lot of those still empty beaches with a lot less tourists with a relaxed vibe. It's a great place to learn to dive, with unspoiled reefs and plenty of marine life. It has a treasure trove of natural beauty where you can simply sit on a beach, read a book, and stare at the views. Well, tell me what you think of living in Krabi Town in the comment section below. If you like this vlog, please don't forget to give me a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell for more of my coming content here. Thank you for watching my vlog. I hope you have a great day and see you soon.